Ali and Marcus pretty much went there to set
Can
up
you tell the
trophy.
audience who's Marcus? I
Marcus
forgot who he
Jordan,
is.
Jordan family.
Michael Jordan's
Michael
son.
Jordan's younger son. Maybe your audience hasn't, but there's bunch of documentaries and stuff that was done about me and about my life.
Yes.
About starting literally at the bottom
Yep.
to where I am now. Sneakers were always a way to express yourself, but the sneaker part of it is my cousin, John, who Dr. Tai. If you want
AJ Tai, Dr. J, Dr. Jiz
is or that.
Yeah, sorry.
or
Speak the truth, it sets you free. You have waited so patiently. Here comes Shah Jahan, Shah Jahan, Shah Jahan. Here comes Shah Jahan, making shit happen like Imran Khan.
Wow, where are we? Am I in heaven? This is Jordanville, Jordan World. Welcome to another episode of Shiz Happens. I'm your main host, Shizman, and to my right is AJ Tai. AJ Tai, I would allow you to introduce yourself. It's a man who doesn't need introductions, as we'll get into some of his stats. But AJ,
how you doing, brother?
I'm amazed. I'm amazing, and I'm so blessed to be here.
No, thank you for coming.
You're another elusive guest. It's been hard to find you,
man,
because you've been so busy, and it's a blessing. So we're lucky to have some time with you. So
yeah, I thought you forgot about me when you first asked me. No, but
we've been.
I've known you for 25 years.
What a blessing, yes.
So, but no, thank you guys for having me, and thanks for coming.
Yeah. So, I'm sure. I mean, there's been many episodes and recordings about Jordan Brand. This is the main concentration is talking about the shoes, some of your collections. Just telling the audience a little bit of the agenda here. Your likes, dislikes. How do you maintain, store, and all this other stuff, amongst other fun things. So we'll just get right in it. Like, what do we have here? What are we looking at here?
This is what you're looking at is like how people say man cave, but this is more than that. This is a hobby that turned into a passion.
Wow.
Right? A hobby that turned into a passion. It's years of collecting. I've been collecting for 25 years. I'm not saying there's 25 years worth of sneakers.
Yep.
There are some sneakers that I have from back there,
Yep.
but it's something like I've curated as my type of museum. It's, there is some hype stuff in here. There is some like expensive stuff, but it's more of what I enjoy, not what everybody else like thinks is hot.
It's yours. What's your preference?
Yeah, 100%.
And there's different kinds of flavors. Look, and I'm not a collector like you are, or the level you're at. You're just another level. But the audience I've seen the past several years, there's so many different levels of this where it's their own flavor. You made your own flavor of this, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about how you started off. Let's go back a little bit back in time when you were younger and a junior.
Yeah.
I know two of your people who influenced you. You can talk about them, or I'll bring them out. But wherever you want to start, how your mom supported you, how she helped you. Where were the first pair of? Were they Jordans or were they something else? Was it Nike? So what pushed you there?
So in the beginning, it goes back, like I said, 25 plus years, maybe even more.
Wow.
I'm 38 now, so it goes.
So when
back.
you were born, the pair of Jordans came right out, right?
I wish. No, that's for my son right now.
Yeah, what a blessing.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother conversation.
We'll bring that episode up later too, because I know he has a lot of.
Oh man, yeah. But it started. Look, growing up, like a lot. I mean, people have. Maybe your audience hasn't, but there's bunch of documentaries and stuff that was done about me and about my life.
Yes,
about starting literally at the bottom to where I am now. Sneakers were always a way to express yourself, right? Like we grew up I grew up I was born in 87, grew up in the 90s, right? Our vibes were you had to have the fresh sneakers, the Jordans and this and that to fit in, right? Now looking back,
it's a culture.
It's a culture, right? It is a culture.
You have to rock it.
Exactly. Like I always said, like sneakers back then, sneakers, music, fashion set the culture, set the tone. But for us, it wasn't always like that, right? We my story, and we didn't grow up in the best of times, right? So
everyone had tough times.
Yeah, we all had tough times.
And that's what impresses me about you, of where you're at today.
Thank you, brother.
So from ground all the way up.
Yeah, so for us, it's like we didn't have the bad, but we had the support of my mom.
Wonderful.
Who literally busted her behind to give us what we wanted. But the sneaker part of it is my cousin, Jahangir,
Jahangir.
who Dr. Tai, if you want to
J Tai, Dr. J, Dr. Jizz
is or that.
Yeah, sorry.
Or,
he loves that name.
Yeah,
you know you love it.
No. But honestly, I could tell you the moment that started it for us. It was me and my brother Ali, and I remember this is the East Bay days, right? The East Bay days,
the magazine, the newspaper.
They
have so many shoes in such small areas.
It's like the East Bay days when there was no like limit and this and that. And this is like before the reseller stuff and started, right? Like our goal was like you buy 2 pairs, you keep one, you sell one, and then it pays off your shoe, right? So now resellers, that's a whole nother thing.
I want to bring that up later. That's insane.
A whole nother thing.
Like I feel like I hate to cut you off, but I feel like the sincerity is not there.
It's not.
It's a money grab.
I call it the art of the hunt.
Yeah.
We used to actually. It was like a game for us, right? So I remember one day coming from school, and I used to go to Boone in Chicago.
Yeah, city
school, and then we came home. I saw. Because I was sitting there, like, looking at this magazine. Yo, Pops, I need to borrow, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the exact number, but he called and ordered so many pairs of Space Jams.
Wow.
And it was like, he flipped them, made his money, and we were just like, whoa. Like, it was such like a jolt. And we're like, this is a thing.
So Dr. J was doing that since then. What year around?
It was when the Space Jams came out, so...
95?
No, the re-release. It was I believe it was actually no, it might have been that. I don't know. Again,
around there. Yeah.
I love my Jordans, but certain years, like the amount of times that they re-released them,
you have an excuse. Yeah, you have a museum. You don't have to. You don't have to remember every year.
But that was it, man. And we were just like, oh my god, this is a thing. But again, at that point, me and my brother didn't have the funds to do certain things like that. So we would work and. Get as much as we can. And then, from there was, I don't know if you remember people who were watching the OGs, like there was a LeBron Air Force One release. It was called the Chamber of Fears. Yep. And there's different states had different pairs. And Jahangir was like, hey, why don't you and Ali come and we'll camp out outside. This is when it was Nike Town, not even Nike Chicago, it was Nike Town. Yeah. We stayed out. Cold winter day,
Chicago cold.
Bought the shoe for $90, flipped it the same night we picked it, like the next night for like $450.
Wow!
And it was like one of those like, people are like, oh my god, he was a reseller, bro. Back then we were doing what we could to get our pair.
Yes,
right. But after that, it was pretty much it. Like it just got so like shoe after shoe after shoe, and then when my mom for birthdays and this and that, she would. Like, hey, you get this pair, you get one pair.
So she's working hard
to get
saving after all the expenses, and then getting you for each of you and your brother.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Ali's always been into basketball, right? Yeah. He's always played middle school,
ball, high school, ball.
All that. Yeah. So for him, he would of course get more shoes, right? But it was not even that for her. So when I would get a job, right, I made sure he had the best shoes on the court. Or the newest shoes on the court.
Looking out for your brother.
I couldn't afford it to that point. Yeah. But I wanted to make sure he was giving his 100%.
Wow.
On the court.
Wow.
So
and the shoe is obviously the stability.
Man. It's like one of those like you're starting and you're just like, what I mean? I knew he had like the ability to play and to do all that, and I was just like, I gotta do something.
I witnessed one of the best shooters I've ever seen at that time.
Amazing. Yeah, you know what? So he actually even made it to Peoria to like the 3-point contest.
Wow.
Like he was like legit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Amazing. Knee injuries and stuff. Yes, I mean, it runs in the Tai family. Like if you ain't got a knee issue, you're not a Tai.
You're not
that's like, and you could ask every one of our cousins.
Yeah.
That like I took it one step forward. I got 2 knees, shoulder, fractured back. I'm like, I had to be extra. You know? Like I had to be extra.
Bonus. Yeah. So Dr. J. He started you out. I'm sure he has, and you can comment on that. How big is his collection versus yours? And then let's get into it's a 2-pronged question. Getting into your brother, AJ Tai. He used to be here in Chicago. He moved out. Can you tell us about what he's doing and compare? I don't know if he collects as well, but
So when Jahangir started, his collection was massive. But he was in that era where he was already older than us. So he had the OG 95s, the OG
He lived through it.
Columbias, the Space Jam, the Concorde. Like, he had all that, right? We had to catch up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So my thing was, how can I catch up to him? But it was like, to be, we wanted to be him.
Yeah, it was an
That
honor.
was the thing. It was just like, he had the fit, the gerbos and this and that.
Yes.
And I'm not even afraid.
Cross
Like,
colors.
I'm not even like ashamed to say it. Like, I would ask him, like, hey, when you're done with those,
Yep.
like, dude, he used to give us all his gerbos stuff. And
Very nice.
man,
And he was still growing.
and
he's
he was-
well over 6 feet now.
he's,
So
yeah. At that point, he was still tall.
Yeah,
and then
yes.
I was wearing his oversized pants.
Yeah.
In the 90s,
cut off the
that's,
bottom.
no. That's
Oh,
what
it was
you know,
wide,
the
yes,
gerbos, like, yeah.
yes.
So his gerbo shorts were like my pants.
Yeah.
Because I'm like apparently the shortest one in my family,
Yeah.
which I still don't understand.
Yeah,
But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, yeah.
But alhamdulillah, bro. Like it gave us like a fire that we wanted. Like, that's what we want.
Yeah.
And nobody's touching me in the family. Nah,
Wow.
there's nobody.
You hear that,
There's
Dr.
not.
J?
There's not. I don't think there's. I could probably say my brother, but I don't think anybody's touching my
Wow.
sneaker game
So
in our family. Let's
yeah,
just make it
that's
very,
still a big deal.
I mean, yeah.
And you guys aren't consciously competitive. You're subconsciously.
No.
It's
no.
all love.
It went
Yeah.
from, like, let's put it this way. It went from us spending hundreds of dollars to $1,000s of dollars to now being blessed by brands who are
Wow.
sending us these same things that we used to spend
Sponsorship is amazing.
for free,
Yeah.
right? And you had brought up Ali. So Ali, 9 years ago, he moved to Florida.
Wow, it's
right?
been so long. So
It's
fast.
been 9
And
years.
why did he move to Florida? Ali Tai
So-
is his brother?
Ali and Marcus pretty much went there to set
Can
up
you tell the
Trophy.
audience who's Marcus? I
Marcus
forgot
Jordan,
who he is.
Jordan family.
Michael Jordan's
Michael
son.
Jordan's younger son. Him and Ali have been best friends for God knows how long. I was always the older one in the group, like, drive around,
Yep.
whatever needed. They could always call me Debo because I was always the bigger one.
Yeah.
Debo, like Debo from
The
Friday.
Friday, yes.
People know, but
Tiny.
it's being, they got very close. Basketball, high school, then college, and all that. We had our own store here in Chicago
Yeah.
at one point over.
What was it called? I remember Soul Addiction.
Yeah,
Soul Addiction.
It was right before the original. What was that? What is that? The decrease, but everything, the market crash.
Yeah.
And everything. And it was like 08 or something
Yeah,
like that.
Lots of crashes, but 08's a big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were just like okay, let's just step out of this when we can.
Yep.
At that point, even Marcus was coming around. Like, we would get he would give us all his player exclusives, and we were the only ones within the Chicagoland area that had some of the most expensive limited edition PEs,
Wow.
player exclusives from Marcus's high school, Jeffrey's high school.
Wow.
And him and Ali, went to Orlando, set that up. Now Trophy Room is one of the biggest. There's
Biggest-
one location, but it's
a
one of the top tier.
Powerful.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
in Disney World area, which is great.
Well, it started off in Disney
They
Springs.
moved down.
Now
They're
they're downtown Orlando. It's awesome location. If you guys haven't checked them out, make sure you guys check them
You
out.
gotta check it out. Amazing.
I go a few times a year, and
With a U-Haul truck,
no,
loading up some
no,
Jordans.
no.
I'm joking.
No. It's phone calls now.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Wow.
We don't.
Beautiful.
No, but it's a blessing, man. Like, to see what these two young guys have done.
Amazing.
And, for what my brother puts his mind to it, he'll do it. He's
Untouchable.
accomplished.
I see them in basketball.
Yeah,
like
Marcus,
elite.
the same thing.
Yep.
They had this vision to create something that was never been done, like after his dad's.
Yep.
And it's just such a blessing to know the family, know these guys, and be around them. And even though he's my younger brother, he's an inspiration.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I need to get to that level.
It's amazing.
And it's not competing.
No.
You always want to better yourself,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're always learning as
Absolutely.
an individual.
How many times, if I may ask, how many times have you and or your brother seen Jordan? Any Jordan stories?
Oh, multiply. You've
You've met Jordan.
No, I haven't
Oh,
seen him. Yeah,
okay.
he multiple times, bro. Like, these guys
in the flesh.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine.
I know their story that Ali told me that they played ball against each other 21, and
He beat everyone though.
He just walked in the court after.
I heard about that.
Done. I think Ali told you.
Yeah,
that
he
just
parked
came-
the car. He was just casual.
No, they was at their house.
Yeah, in the backyard. But I
Yeah.
think Jordan parked his car. What he told me,
Something like that.
and then he's like, "Give me the ball," and then they just played 21. He
and
just
it was game
smacked
over.
everyone.
Yeah, game over. But
Wow.
no, like everybody else I know. But alhamdulillah, it's a blessing.
So have you also met Scotty's ex-wife? Or
no, well, not there. I've seen like in
yeah.
Chicago around,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like even Scotty, you'll like randomly see him.
Wow. So let's get back into this. Let's shift back into the Jordans. I know we'll look at some of your shoes. Tell me any rare ones, any ones you're still chasing after, any ones that you sold and you regretted selling. Any stories at all that the audience would benefit from, or you can even talk about some of the rare ones you have.
Something I'm looking. I don't know if I'm really looking for anything. It's more of like I don't necessarily look anymore. If it pops up and I'm like, like I said, I call it the art of the hunt, right? You're always going to be, if you love the sneaker game, you're always going to be like that. Like you're always going to be like,
soul addiction.
I need the.
Yeah,
it's literally an addiction.
Yep.
It is an addiction, But expensive pairs. I don't have it here, but my Nike Mags, the Back to the Future, is probably one of the most expensive. Actually, I think it is the most expensive pair I have. That was actually another story. It was gifted to me.
Wow.
On stage at a sneaker event that I used to host back in the day over COVID. Because a few months prior to that, when a documentary of me was done, and I was like, the one shoe that got away from me was the Nike Mags.
Oh.
Because a few years ago for the Parkinson's thing, Nike did a collab. I bid on it up to $5,000. I lost it by I think $500-600.
Wow.
And back then I was just like, oh my god, I'm spending $5,000 because I knew what the value of the shoe was, and I lost it, right? And I was always said that was a shoe that I wanted to add to my collection. And a few months later, I went on stage. This group of guys that owned a store back then said, "Hey, we love what you do, what you're doing for the community, what you're doing to bring the sneaker community together. We wanted to gift you something." What they did was they first pulled out a pair of Adidas.
Oh,
and I was just like,
Boo.
I was like, okay. They're like, no. And they pulled out the Mags. And there was thousands of people there, and
on stage.
I was on stage, but there's thousands of people in front. That would be a big stage with 1,000 people. But it just, everybody was like, just in awe.
Crazy.
And it was.
What are they worth now?
25,000.
Shoes going that high up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's what I own. There's shoes that are $50,000, $60,000, $100,000.
You see them on social media, like sneaker events. People just $5,000, $3,000, and they're negotiating. It's like in a big banquet hall.
So I used to host SneakerCon. SneakerCon is the biggest traveling sneaker show. It's like it's the best in the world, right? I used to host SneakerCon. I was a host of their event for a few years. I saw it all. I traveled with them. I traveled the world with them. I was out 3 weeks out of the month.
Wow.
For like 3 years.
Wow.
It was a blessing, it's and I don't work with them anymore, but I always say thank you to SneakerCon. It's because of their platform is where I was able to kind of like step out of my shell. I was always the guy behind the scenes.
Yeah. This gave the confidence.
And not even the confidence, is more of like, well, I help everybody else do it. I can do it.
You can do it yourself. Take ownership.
That's where the Tai 87 Kicks brand started, right? It was originally just Tai 87 because I always use the 87 because of my birth year. But then the Kicks part started because I was in the Kicks. I used to work for the brand called Kicks on Instagram. We helped build their platform, and SneakerCon came on, and it was just blew up from there. Yeah. So
tell me some of your inventory here.
So I mean, what you see
history here,
like what you see back here, is a little bit. Well, the first thing is like, a lot of people's grails. This is the Chicago Off-White. Rest in peace to Virgil. This was, I got the shoe release date, to be honest.
Wow.
And from there, they look messed up because they're supposed to age like that. But even now, the shoe's worth like $3,000 in this state.
Wow.
I was
trophy room.
Yeah. Oh, of course, trophy room. Yeah. You'll see a whole nother wall of theirs. But right here, you see the home and away, the Chicagos and the Breads. These are the 85s from 85.
Wow.
So these are from 1985. The one on top was actually a gift given to my son from one of our good friends, Joshua Devaney. He's one of our followers from Australia.
Wow.
He found out I was having my son, and he shipped him that. Those are from 1985.
What?
So that size right now is worth over $1,000.
Wow.
And it's from 85. So I kind of wanted to
I didn't know they made them that
back then.
size.
Yeah. So that was that. How
about these?
These were actually made for me by an individual by Stingray Customs. he wanted to gift me something when I was hosting SneakerCon, and he handmade this. The box took 40 hours by itself.
Wow.
The shoe took 60 hours from when so he put Michael Jordan dunking on a pair of Jordans, and everything is hand done. These are just some samples of the Chicago's with the signature on it. Those are actually the Jordan 1 Mid Adapt. So no laces, but they're automatic time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's one of one.
Wasn't there some shoe? I remember Dr. J had. It's like the Back to the Future ones. They self-lace.
Yeah.
Is that similar?
Yeah, I don't think he had those. I think they release those. Those are about 100,000 right now.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, so that's the same concept.
Same concept.
Okay. But that was a Jordan.
Wow.
But yeah, man,
and some over there. I mean, the viewers will see that.
You guys will see that. That's the whole trophy room collection.
That's like rare air. What I'm seeing.
Yeah,
talk a little bit about that. That was from Trophy Room. Was that? What you were saying?
Yeah. So the shoes that you guys are probably gonna see now, that's on the screen, is every sneaker that Trophy Room has released, or a sample of what they have, what wasn't released. There's friends and families up there. There's a lot of those shoes mean a lot because it's one, I'm part of the company.
Yep.
I represent them fully.
Of course.
Right.
What a blessing, you and your brother.
Yeah, and Ali has helped design a lot of those shoes.
Really? Wow.
So which is, for me, it's like, it's my brothers.
Yeah.
And
you guys are tag team partners.
Yeah,
very special. Of that rack, what's your favorite in there?
Oh man,
don't say all of them.
I honestly, I really can't pick the reason. I'll tell you why. Every shoe that Trophy Room does has a story behind it.
Wow.
Every story means something special to the audience, to me, to them.
Yep.
So if it was all the same shoe, I'd be like, okay, out of this colorway, I bit. Yeah. But every shoe has a story.
So it's hard.
And that's like a human, right?
Yeah.
We all have stories. Yep. And I feel like that represents
it's
different part.
Even me with the amateur eye, I'm looking at it. Every one of these are beautiful, well designed, and it's amazing. Really, really amazing.
I mean, there's pairs up there that are some people like, oh my God, these are ugly. But at the end of the day, story behind it. Doesn't matter what they look like as long as it has a story.
So a couple more questions, maintenance-wise and storage-wise, if you tell the audience, not just here, I'm sure there's all sorts of YouTube videos. How do you, because these look like they haven't been opened, even touched in years, I assume. Is there any procedure that you go through that you recommend to the audience?
Well,
storage-wise, temperature and all that?
Well, since this is a man cave, I try to keep it at a certain temperature. Right? If it gets too hot, it gets too cold.
Does the true soles start cracking if you're not opening them up?
I mean, those are 85s. You can still wear those.
You can. Let's go.
I mean, you can
they
still
look brand new.
Yeah, I mean, the sole there. I have some shoes anything older than 7 years tend to crack.
Yes, that's what I saw videos
or
of the sole.
Break and stuff like that. But when you keep them in a climate controlled room,
there you go.
Climate controlled room and boxes like this. So I used to be sponsored by this company. Parted ways with them, so that that's but it helps, right? When they're not fully airtight, but it helps, right?
Yeah.
And my thing is, if I have these boxes, if I'm wearing a shoe, I leave the box open when I take the shoe out, just to give it circulation. And when I put it back, then I'll close it because there's air in there, it's circulating. So it's a process, man. It's a huge process. Yeah.
This is crazy. How many shoes overall do you own?
I mean, and this room does not make, because I like I told you, I read this room, but I have
about, over 2,000 or 5,000 or 500, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I have over 700 pairs, but a lot of it is in storage and put away, because to have that many shoes in this room is very overwhelming. And
I'm overwhelmed.
And I come down, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know what to wear, or I'll be like, oh, I don't have anything to wear, which I do. I'm not trying to sound like like a douche or anything, but when you come down here, you're like, oh my God, so I took out about 200 or
so. These aren't all worn by you. They're still not worn.
No, most of these are.
Oh, you did take them out. Good. You should enjoy. That's one thing I tell the audience and myself. Yeah. I'm not as big as good to wear.
There might be one or two, maybe few pairs that I haven't got to. Is because I have the same colorway. Yeah. It
matches. Two similar color.
Yeah. At that point, it doesn't make sense, man. If I have for example, my Spider-Mans, right? Those are the Chicagos. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to unds a Spider-Man where I could literally put on my Chicagos. Yeah. Some people are like, but it's not like I'm not going to. It just has to be the right time.
Amazing. Also, aside from one of my last questions, aside from, I know the theme here is about the episode here is about Jordans, but it's like to just quickly touch on what else you do outside of this. I know you mentioned before how your is it called primary job? I know I know you've been helping out kids for years.
Yeah.
So I know this is going to be this episode. A lot of your current, future students will probably look at and hoopers.
Yeah.
And then that's the first part, and then the second thing, what other influencings have you been doing? So
like, I've worked for the MCC Academy for 21 years.
Yep. And that is what?
It's the Muslim Community
Yeah.
Center.
And it's a private
Islamic school.
Yep.
Private school right here in Morton Grove. We have 2 locations, Morton Grove and Skokie.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah. I'm actually the dean of students.
Wow.
So that's my day job.
Yep.
And
I thought you had some sports director position as well.
So for work, it started like I've been there 21 years, right? So when Habib Gadi, who is the superintendent,
man.
and now, back then he was
principal
the principal.
for another gem.
Yeah, like he's another guy.
Shout out.
So again, I look at him as like an older brother too, and like advice and all that, I go to him. But it started off like, hey, you want to come and help with the basketball team? Cool. At that point, I was right in high school, like leaving, like, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me, will help. One thing led to another. Hey, do you want to be a gym teacher? Cool. Did certifications and all that.
Wow.
That did well. My brother came in. He did the athletic director part of it.
He was part of that. That's another before trophy room.
He was part of MCC.
He put a lot of time in there too.
Yeah, man. The
after
gym
school activity,
everything,
kids
everything,
hooping. Yep.
All that, the camps and everything. And then from there, I became the IT director because my background was in graphic designing and all that. I did all that. Then I was just like, you know what? I like the IT part of it, but I'm more of a business guy. I took business courses, got certifications and whatnot, degrees and all that I needed for a business. And then from there, I stayed as IT director for many years.
Wow.
But then I became the head of the facility and this and that. And then finally they were like, you want to just be a dean? I'm like,
amazing.
I love it because this is what I like to do with the kids, right? Yeah. And other than that, that's my day job, right? I don't say a day job because it follows you wherever you go.
Yeah.
It keeps you mentally humbled and from making decisions because you have kids that look up to you.
I was gonna say, do the kids know about this? Or
I mean, dude, I'm wearing a different pair of sneakers every day, and they're just like.
And honestly, you're teaching them history. This is big. This is huge.
I wear sneakers that's older than most of these kids in their school, so it's
amazing.
One of those, right? From there, it's like what else I do? Like I do a lot of consulting for brands. I have
sponsorships.
Sponsorships. I have my own platform, Tai 87 Kicks on Instagram. Very big.
And by the way, I'm sorry, I was going to say at the end, how many followers on there?
I just hit 113,000.
113,000 folks. Big following on Instagram.
On
check
my personal page.
Yeah,
it's not as big as some of these like other influencers.
You're big in my world.
But for me, it's more of like, yes, it's 113,000, but how I communicate with my audience, right? Yep. I try to answer every DM, every comment, every if somebody has an issue, like I'm not like the one like, oh, don't. I try to, let's solve what your problem is. Let's try to get where we got to go. I've worked with brands like Louis Vuitton. I've worked with Jordan, Nike, DTLR, City Gear, like Epic Burger. Yes, Epic Burger is my family. So it's like
Epic's big because there's a lot of people who want to eat the Epic Burger. It's nationwide, right?
No. So right now it's only Chicagoland area.
Okay.
But Epic Burger, when I joined that team with them, it felt like family right away.
Oh my god!
By the way, halal.
Yeah,
halal. It is halal.
And if I can comment on this, you told me this the other day. Yeah. Those who have some doubt, it's one of the most cleanest restaurants and kitchens. And I want to comment, and I hate to derail.
No, go ahead.
They separate the meat and stuff like that. So
and it's like, for example, the stuff that is not halal is cooked separate
utensils. This is really important because I feel like a lot of people I've talked to don't want to go there because they're scared. So.
But it's one of like, right, you can't force it.
Yep, nope.
But it's more of like we could put it out there. Like
I just wanted to put it out there selfishly because I love burgers.
Yeah, it's like, hey, can we, like even for now, the new Italian beef. The amount of inboxes I got, is it halal? Is it halal?
Wow.
Yeah, right. It is halal.
That's amazing.
And the goal is to try to get as much more, because the thing is, like, I've always said, like, when I was younger, I'm like, why doesn't Subway just open a halal restaurant? Or why doesn't Chipotle just do a halal? Because can you imagine the audience it opens up to?
Yep.
Like,
you're losing out on that money. All businesses should open
up. Dave, Jonathan, these guys are
wonderful
awesome, man. I've been working with them Yeah, since COVID.
Shout out.
So I think it's like, 4 or 5 years
Wow.
now. So
Awesome. And then also you said you also doing golf?
yeah, so I've been playing golf for over 10 years.
Wow.
This is like the last 2 years have been the only two. Finally, I'm like healthy enough to play.
What a blessing.
I have sponsorships I'm sponsored by Bettinardi for my putters. When it comes to drink, I'm sponsored by Monster Energy. I work with
me and my tummy.
Yeah, so this is actually a discontinued one, so I still have my
You
stock.
shouldn't have opened it.
No, I have enough.
Here.
I have enough. I have enough.
Rare.
I'm with Bettinardi. I get stuff from TaylorMade. Vice Golf is another Vice Golf is another brand that just sends me as many
Is it
golf
that one
balls.
you were pointing at?
No, that's my newest part. That's not a sponsor. That's a partnership.
Oh, got it.
Right. So
if you're willing to disclose a little
yeah, partnership is better for a long term.
Yep.
Because this is something like it's called PuttView. PuttView is the brand out of Germany where their focus is to you'll never 3-putt again.
Wow.
So they redo the floors. So they're actually coming in here to redo the floors for me.
Very nice.
To make it a full like putting green, but it has like AI technology in it.
Amazing.
I have some videos coming out soon with them where these goggles are about 15,000, but it's full AI, and it's like so it's one of those. It's a blessing, right? Like I always look at like people like I think we were talking where like, oh, you started at sneakers, and I was even talking to Habib like you have to ride the wave until you can't ride it anymore, right? I'm getting older. I'm 38. I'll be 40 soon. I can only do so much, right? My goal is to leave a legacy that my son could do if he wants to.
Yep. Beautiful.
Not he has to, right? If he wants to, he doesn't have to do anything. He could just chill, right? But for me, the way I look at it is, you have to do what's hot. You have to work with brands that are hot right now. Golf is blown up. Wow. I've been playing forever, and this is the first 2-3 years since COVID is just completely taken off, right? Wow. And now pickleball is another thing. So that's a big sport too. I have brands reaching out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to come and shoot some pickleball?" I'm like, "Dude, I've never played pickleball a day in my life."
Well, you're gonna do it,
but I'm going to. I'm going to.
Don't learn it all. I'm the expert.
Because why not, right? Like, why not? Again, as a human, you're always learning. This could be a new little
evolve,
thing.
Promote. Yep. Business will grow and all that. Awesome. Well, before we conclude, I know we went a little longer than expected. Anything else that I didn't ask or should have asked for the audience? Some common questions kids ask? No, I mean, what people usually ask me is like, how do you make money off of Instagram? Yep. Right? You can. You just got to do it right. If you started thinking I only want to do it for the money, it's not there. No. You have to genuinely be a part, like start a brand, create your brand. Make sure you find an audience that enjoys what you're doing. Find your niche. Stick to it. Wow, beautiful. Until you get to that point where you could be like, I could do whatever I want, and it's still gonna do. Yep. Like my impressions, like I told you, like last 30 days for last month was 32 million impressions. Wow. I'm just like, what are people watching? Like what on my page are you watching? Yeah. I'm like, okay, but they go back, they see, they'll see stories, they'll see this, they'll see that, they'll like this, like it's just. Once you connect, and also you have to make it where you're posting stuff where brands could be like, you know what, I can see my product with this guy. Now, if you're posting stuff that you're being ratchet and doing this, it's not gonna. They're not gonna. No. Businesses don't want to give. Keep it PG. Yeah. That's why I say keep it PG. You have to. Like it's like how people say like when you watch like Disney or Nickelodeon, that's how it has to. That's it. Just keep it streamlined, simple. Stay in your lane. Yep. Don't be someone you're not, and just do what you got to do. What a blessing. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us in this episode. Thank you for inviting us to this amazing museum. No Don't leave me alone here. I told you already. I might take a pair, but everyone. Don't worry, this camera's all over. There's cameras everywhere here, but this is AJ Tai. AJ Tai, any final thoughts? No, man. Just thank you for coming. What a blessing, man. And then, by the way, follow him. Remind me of he's on Instagram, over 115,000, and he has other handles as well. But if you can, once again, tell the audience of your handle. It's Tai, TAI 87KICKS. And then if you go there, you'll see, we have the Wolfpack Golf Club and all that. So, big wrestling guy. So we had to name it something with wrestling. WWF. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you joining. Shiz happens. Take care. Bye-bye.